got the clip.
For those of you that think that gospel music has gone too far,
Lil Poochie, I gotta go get it. You already, I can't sit around and real talk. I know what it feel keep like. Real on this mic, homie. Be down, homie. I ain't got a front for nobody. It's just a little encouragement. I put my life on the paper, man. My life, homie. I was going crazy in these last days, thinking about my past days. I mean, I love these fast days. Quickly making cash days.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Giving you another update, you know what I'm saying, another video. I know that it's been a long time before the last video, and just want to give you guys some more stories on me and Lil Poochie. And this one's different. This one is, man, it's pretty crazy. You know, when you think about, like I've mentioned before, Poochie's background and just, you know, the streets and the things that he's been through and, you know, things that he's overcome to be where he was, you know what I mean? Just like anybody in their personal life, they deal with obstacles and they deal with things, you know what I mean, that they have to learn to get around in order to be the person that they need to become. And Poochie was definitely one of those people. Again, like I always said, he was very strategic in how he wanted to do stuff, and he always knew what he was trying to go for. He didn't really procrastinate. He was very serious and very well determined in trying to be who God wanted him to be. And that's just to update, you know, people who haven't listened to the other videos and, you know what I'm saying, and seen what I was talking about. So this one, like I said, is crazy. It's crazy. Especially if you've already seen the title, then you know. Yeah, so me and Poochie, you know, we would go to the mall, sell CDs, and that was a chance for us to minister to people, especially the youth, around that time, and, you know, meet people that, you know what I'm saying, that just was down on their luck or just going through a hard time in life. And we would take that opportunity to not just sell CDs, but even just get to talk to people about God. You know what I'm saying? That was our street ministry right there. So not only was it, you know, at certain locations, it was also in the malls, you know, because Poochie, that was Poochie's, that was his spot. That was his spot. That was like a place that he saw fit to really reach a lot of people. And, you know, like I always say, he never saw numbers, he saw souls. And he saw people that were in need. And he always wanted to meet that need by making sure he was available. He always wanted to make sure that he was right there where people could see who he was. And, you know, like I said, he wasn't chasing the big record label deals or anything like that. He had several opportunities to do those things, but he wasn't chasing that. That wasn't his main goal. You know what I'm saying? Money wasn't his main goal. You know, he was very humble, down to earth, and, you know what I'm saying, used what he had to reach the people. And he was definitely for reaching people. You know, he wanted his message out. He wanted to make sure that it got communicated the best way possible. He didn't want his message caught up in any deals or any legal woes or troubles or anything like that. So he didn't want to jump through the hoops for no record label that really wasn't gonna push his message faster than, you know, no faster than what he could get it out. You know, because he was moving. he was moving. And, you know, when it was time to do what he needed to do, he didn't play no games. He was out there. So just giving you a perspective more on who he was, his character. You know, for those who've been around Poochie, you know how he was, you know who he was. And when it came down to doing what he needed to do, he was serious. He took that serious. You know what I'm saying? Almost life and death. And speaking on life and death, there was some situations that we encountered where, you know what I'm saying, our life could have been taken. And I'll give you an instance of that. I would definitely say, like, a lot of the times when we went to the mall, sometimes there were shootings at the mall. And, you know, me and Poochie, we out there in the mall selling the CDs, doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you know, and we had our own way of getting inside the mall. So, you know, because of security and things like that, you know, we had to kind of be careful when we was in the mall. And what I'm about to say is kind of crazy, and you know what I'm saying. God forbid that anybody was hurt or taken out during the time that we was in the mall. You know what I mean? Because it happened several occasions. You know, especially on the weekend. You know, Friday nights, Saturday nights. You know what I'm saying? People coming from the club, and you know how that is. So or everybody going to the mall, getting fresh fitted. You know what I'm saying? Getting their clothes and their whole crew getting decked out. You know what I'm saying? They hit the mall before they hit the club, and you know how it goes. So several occasions I would say, like you know, we would be in the mall selling the CDs, you know what I'm saying, talking to people, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, and you know, just ministering too, you know what I mean, and using that to our avail. Next thing you know, here come the security, you know what I'm saying? We thinking they coming for us, so we kind of moving out the way. Next thing but they running, and you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, dang, what's going on, you know? And sometimes I'll be at one end of the mall, Poochie be at another end of the mall, you know, because we'd split up, you know, and we meet up. We be like, yo, what's going down? What's popping? What happened? You know what I'm saying? You see security? He'd be like, yeah, you know, and that means, you know, something happened, whether it be a fight, you know what I'm saying, or whether it be somebody shooting in the mall, because sometimes it does happen, you know, either inside the mall, in the parking lot, you know, it happens. And around that time, it was popping off a lot. And so, you know, me and Poochie be in the mall, you know what I'm saying, the security come and they running, you know, and while all that commotion is going on, it made everything hot, you know what I'm saying, because security was all in the mall and stuff. Sometimes we just have to leave, and more or less, it gave us an opportunity, on the other hand, to actually reach more people, because all that drama and stuff like that kind of, you know, it made people concerned, very concerned, and people be concerned for their safety and all that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of those times, those were when you can really just talk to and minister to people, you know what I mean, and let them know that no matter what, God is there for you. You know, He's always going to protect you and stuff like that. So it gave us an opportunity to minister a lot, you know, because, you know, people were sometimes worried about their safety for themselves and their loved ones, you know, when they're at the mall, especially when stuff like that happen, or fights or whatever. You know, it just gave us an opportunity to keep coming. And I think after a while, you know what I'm saying, because we was probably pretty well known for going in there and doing what we do. I think after a while, the security would relax. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, it's them. You know, we already know what they about, what they doing. So, you know what I'm saying? Security will relax after a while, you know, because we ain't in there posing a threat. We ain't in here, you know, doing nothing, shooting or, you know, fighting nobody. We in here trying to really push the kingdom. So I think that gave an assurance, you know what I'm saying, to anybody that considered us a threat, to understand that, hey, we not a threat. We not part of that. We the solution. We representing the solution. And so, yeah, you know, we in the mall, and, you know, and stuff like that would happen occasionally. I remember several occasions, the mall getting shot up or somebody shooting in the parking lot outside the mall, and, you know, and I don't think it never threw us off. I think we just used every opportunity to minister. And, you know, either outside the parking lot, if we couldn't get in the mall, Poochie was out in the parking lot. Like, he was very strategic, and he didn't give up. Like, if something was going on in the mall and there was too much commotion, and he just saw that it wasn't going to really benefit him in the way that he was trying to, then yeah, he would go straight out into the parking lot and start hitting people out in the parking lot. Like, he was very determined, you know. And he didn't see giving up, you know, at all on anything. He wasn't a quitter, you know. He just didn't want to stop. This is Poochie. This is who he was. And you know, I've seen him minister to so many people. I can't even count on my fingers. You know what I'm saying? So this is more than just a year or 6 months. This is decades of him continuously doing this. Like, this is not, it wasn't a game, it wasn't a show for him. And so like I said, all the time, you know what I mean? I mean, like every weekend, you know what I'm saying? So, and not only one mall, you know what I'm saying, it's not where it would happen. We would be at several malls, you know what I mean? And, you know, just something happened, boom, shots ring out, security, you know what I mean? And hey, so he was never giving up on that situation. Anything that came through, any obstacle, any challenge, Poochie would always jump over those hurdles. You know what I mean? He would never let something like that, you know what I'm saying, impact him. He took his stuff very seriously. He took his ministry very seriously. He took getting out and reaching these people very, very seriously, especially the youth. He wanted the youth to hear his music. He knew the direction that they were going, and he wanted to jump in front of the bus, so to speak. You know what I mean? And he basically wanted to reach them. He wanted to reach the youth. He had a heart for that. He knew his background, and he knew the situations that he came from, and he wanted to make a difference in people's lives because of the change that had been made in his life. And he was very adamant about that. Like, that was just something that we've talked about on several occasions. You know, so again, you know what I'm saying, the mall fights or whatever, you know what I'm saying, using his opportunities to speak to youth, you know what I'm saying, and especially, like I said, when there was a fight or something like that, or whatever was going on, you know, we just use that situation or use those events to reach more people. You know what I mean? It kind of gave us a cover. Not saying that we wanted it to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was just known to happen. And when it happened, we were so involved in what we were doing, and we were protected. We knew what we were covered by God. We knew we were covered by God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for somebody to go in the mall and be shooting or fight to break out, you know, you got several things going on in the mall on the weekend. You know what I mean? And security got their hands full with a whole mall. I mean, anything could have happened, but we were always protected, whether at night, you know what I'm saying, or whether we was out in front of the liquor store, whether we were out in front of the mall parking lot, we were always protected. And I just think it got to a point because we knew what we was doing, like we were just protected. It was just like, you know what I mean? It was like whatever, you know, it wasn't a thing. To know that we was protected and, you know what I'm saying, covered by God, and God opening the door for us to do a lot of these things that we were doing, yeah, we knew. We definitely knew we were protected. And so I think that gave us room to push the envelope a little bit. I think on several occasions we pushed the envelope. We stayed out later than what we should have on several occasions. And I'll get to this one night in particular. Man, actually, I'll say there's two instances that man, we could have been taken out. And like I said, I think on those nights we were pushing the envelope. We was out pretty late, you know what I mean? But we was doing what we was supposed to do. That's how we felt, you know. And we was doing kingdom work. You know, we wasn't out here playing no games, running around. Hey, we was on our job. And, you know, that's what it is when it comes to kingdom, you know what I mean? Like, Poochie was a soldier, and I was a soldier, and, you know, he understood the consequences of this life. You know, it has consequences that people don't necessarily want to speak on, but things can happen. And, you know, when you're out there and you're doing kingdom work and you working with people and you out in the trenches. You know, we weren't in the church, like behind the pulpit or in the pews like that. You know what I'm saying? We was out there in the streets, around the people, around where anything can happen. So guess what? You know, things are subject to happen, but we had our trust in God, you know, and we knew that God was protecting us. We knew that we was doing his work, and we knew that he had us. And that's important for anybody to know. Anybody in that type of field, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with the streets and, you know, God sends you out to the streets or sends you into that place, hey, you know, anything can happen, but God's protecting you. He's watching over you. And so we're true believers of that. We knew that.
You that think that gospel music has gone too far.